Happy New Year. It's 2021. It is crazy. I hope you guys may get the chance to celebrate your family, your significant other, your friends, your loved one. Today's video, I was looking through my old videos. It's just insane how many videos I made last year. At the beginning of 2020, I made a video called Goals for 2020. Clearly, I did not expect 2020 to go that way, but I think it's just a cool tradition I want to keep for this channel. I'm sure that everybody may have done like a goal listing one way or another at the beginning of a new year, but I just want to say that this doesn't mean that you should be doing this in the beginning of the year. You can do any time of the year. The hardest part is making the goals and actually trying to achieve it. That is harder than writing it out and then you just don't do it. So I hope that maybe gives some inspiration. And yeah, I'm going to just do this. So I finally started writing my new journal. I used the same journal for 2019 and 2020. I went through my old thing and I'm like, yeah, some goals are just unreasonable. It's just so, it's not me anymore. I got this from a Secret Santa 2 years ago. I didn't want to even use this because it is so pretty. It's like a Japanese like paper and it is so like, look at the color, it is so pretty. But I feel like I deserve it. We're starting a new year and I deserve to treat myself with something that's like clean. I want to be more organized and everything like that, so I decided to just use this one more instead of like a colorful kind of planner, because I am using kind of like that for my actual like weekly planner, but my journal I want to keep it really simple and clean. So my first goal is to journal at least once a week. I fail to journal every single year. I have been journaling since 2013 or 14. I really tried, but the first 2-3 years, surprisingly, I filled up the whole notebook. Like I filled it out completely the first 2 years and I was so proud of myself. But after that, I just failed this so bad. So I would stick with it for like 2 weeks and then I just give up. And my goal last year was to journal every day. Maybe that seems like impossible to me, so I decided to decrease to once a week to prevent myself from lacking and just don't know what to write about, because usually most of the time, you know, like your life is so boring and you don't know what to write about. I decided to give myself a page that just said journal prompts. Second one is working out at least 3 times a week or do some kind of movement every single day. So this one was kind of like a self goal, kind of like last year, but I failed miserably. I was just so busy with school and I finally started working out more. I worked out to the point that I work out every day, even though it's like only 20 minutes a day. I think I've achieved that like in December, which I'm so surprised. I think 3 times a week is more realistic to me to do some kind of high intensity workout, whereas some movement I want to do more like mobility workout every day, stretching or doing yoga or something every single day. I think it's just better for me, but if I don't feel like it, I'm not gonna force myself. So yeah, last year I just like work out every day, couldn't achieve that. So for me, and now I know that I can actually do it. Like 3 weeks I actually can do it. So yeah, kind of like a sub goal to that. If situation with COVID gets better and I finally am comfortable with like working out that much, I might go back to the gym. I have gym anxiety. I don't like going to the gym. I never find a positive mindset. Every time I go to the gym, I just don't like it. I feel like I'm comparing myself with other people and I just feel intimidated, like people are watching me. So I feel like if I can finally focus on myself first, maybe I can go back to the gym and don't feel like those negative thoughts. The third goal is getting back into music. So I have my ukulele. I brought it from Thailand. I haven't even played it yet. I think the last time I played it was like, I know I was in grade 5 or 6. Next one is learning French. So there was like a time period where I do like streaks on Duolingo where I learned French for like 2 weeks and I gave up. Also a second language in Canada, I feel like it would just be cool if I get the chance to learn some. I want to be trilingual, so that would be very cool. Next one is having a day of self-care per week. Last year, because we were alone most of the time, I get the chance to like kind of look at myself and find the inner peace and finding time for myself to do things that I want. But at the same time, because I like to be busy all the time, it is very hard for me to actually find the time to like actually just sit down and breathe and just do nothing and just do the things I want, because I'm sure there's a lot of things that I want to do, but because I put priority of school above my self-care, like way above, sometimes it's just being a toxic thing towards myself without realizing it. So I just feel like I want to do some kind of self-care, whether it's go for a walk, take a bath, go and treat yourself with like a nice food, like good restaurants or something, go to a park, I don't know, like do something. Kind of like a part of that is I want to start going to places in Vancouver alone or BC alone. BC is such a beautiful place, but it's very hard if you don't drive. I don't drive, I'm not in a car, I use transit. The whole mainland area, gotta say, have the best like transit, so it's like really easy. But I feel like there's definitely little like gem in Vancouver that I haven't been. I just so afraid of just doing stuff by myself. So because of the situation COVID, I don't think I want to go out to places like Victoria yet, or like North Van completely. I feel like there's definitely things to do or places to go in Vancouver that I haven't been, or I've been like 5 years ago and I just like don't go anymore. I feel like I should go and do that and do it by myself, or even like start within like small areas around my neighborhood and then spreading out a little bit. I want to feel like I can be a tourist and do things like a tourist without feeling like I need to wait for someone to take me there. I feel like I need to do that, and it's something I want to do is like doing kind of like a little solo trip. So yeah, I think that would be a nice kind of way to get into it. The next one is reading at least 10 books this year. Reading books is the best thing for me. Really easy for me to achieve this goal. I think putting 10 books is more reasonable than like 50 books or like 20 books, because I still have to consider that I'll be really busy with school. I just want to go back into being a book nerd, because I definitely am. Once I start reading a book, I can't put it down. Spend so much time on just my phone. Maybe the same genre as I like, which is fantasy, like teen fiction, or just more like self-care kind of book. So we'll see about that. So I also want to start learning animation. I'm already kind of stepping my game with like videos, kind of. I'm using like a different program now. I'm using Adobe Premiere Pro, so I feel like I want to get back into like trying After Effects again after I did a class using After Effects for like my first year. If I give my chance to learn and do simple things, maybe I'll get the chance to do cool projects in the future. I don't expect myself to do actual projects this year. I just don't think it's possible. I think I want to learn like from the basic and just kind of practice it up. So I expected myself maybe do like one theme kind of project within like 2 months or 3 months. I know it seems like a long time, but I want to do more art. So I like painting, I like drawing, I used to sketch a lot. I want to get back into that. It's just better to just practice my skills. I do watercolor sometimes, usually during the break, but I feel like if I can do it once a month, only like a little project, that would be really cool. I want to continue being more environmentally conscious. Last year, this was one of the goals as well, and obviously because of the global pandemic, it kind of prevents me to do more. For example, especially the plastic bags, the use of plastic bags. I feel like that is like a really simple step. I feel like things are getting better now. I can definitely continue like that goal. So for last year, I started to explore more in like vegetarian diet, which I love. but to kind of incorporate those diets into my daily life, I think that would be awesome. So one of the things I feel like I didn't expect myself to do this good is shopping. I barely shopped last year, I think because of obviously COVID pandemic. I just don't feel like there's a need to buy new clothes because I'm not going outside. Like I don't need to. I can be in my pajamas, or I can dress up with things I already own. So yeah, I think I bought like less than 20 items. I don't know if that's true, maybe more, like I'll put 30, but like I don't shop as much. I was already a person who doesn't really like do like shopping, but the fact that I barely shop fast fashion places, I think that was just great. Like that's awesome. Yeah, that's all the goals I have. That's just kind of like my overall goals, and I hope you guys may get some ideas from this. You don't have to follow every single thing. Just adapt your own thing. Maybe like most of the things that I put on here are just things that similar to last year. I just make it more reasonable and more like me. I don't want it to put to the point that it's just look way too hard to the point that you're just going to give up right away. I don't want to get into that habit anymore. I want to actually continue doing things that are on my goal list and actually enjoying it. And I hope you guys maybe get some inspiration. I hope you guys are staying safe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. I like me better when I'm with you. Mm-hmm.